Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Courier. I am the founder of People of Video, and I wanted to go live today. This is the first time multi-streaming using StreamYard to test everything out in advance of the People of Video conference. So if you happen to catch me today, definitely say hi. Let me know how everything looks and sounds, because we want to get all of the bugs out of the way ahead of May 2nd and 3rd, which of course is when we are hosting the People of Video conference. If you aren't familiar with the People of Video conference, it is a 2-day event. Originally, it was going to be live in Albany, but as things change, we see that we are in a situation where we're socially distancing and trying to find the best ways to still be able to do the things that we want to do. In that case, we have moved People of Video to an online event this year, but we're still bringing a ton of information and knowledge to you from our amazing cast of speakers. So I see a bunch of people jumping in chat. Good to see everybody. Hey, if you are new to StreamYard, let me see if I can pull this off. There is an important thing that you need to do on Facebook, which is to grant StreamYard access. So that way, if you comment, I can actually see your name and I can share it on screen. So we're going to test that out as well. But again, this is the first time for me. I think technically it's the second time I've live streamed on StreamYard, but it is certainly the first time that we have multi-stream. So we are currently streaming to multiple pages on Facebook, as well as Twitter, and also the People of Video YouTube channel. So making sure everything looks good. We see Apps That Rule out there. Good to see you. Let's see. Okay, we're going to try this now. There we go. Awesome. So that's working pretty good. Great that you guys stopped in to say hello. I do see somebody else that says sounds and looks great, but they haven't done that activation thing on Facebook. So definitely do that as well. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and grant access so I can actually see your name and your icon to get you up on screen. But we are going to use this on both days. I'm actually going to be live streaming the days of the event, May 2nd and 3rd, multiple times throughout those 2 days. We're going to bring in guests. We're going to bring speakers on to have conversations with them and talk about their content and the People of Video. And it is going to be a good time. So that's what happens. This is what the comment looks like when you haven't gone to the StreamYard.com/Facebook and allowed access. But we got Ken King out there. Great to see you guys looking and sounding great. Thank you so much for giving us that feedback. I see a couple other familiar faces out there as well. Everything looks good. We've got Rigor, aka John, out there as well. Good to see you, sir. They can stream to multiple pages. Yeah. So now that I know exactly how this entire process is set up, I am really impressed with where it's come in the what seems like the short time that I've been aware of it. But we are one of the things that we're going to do from a content basis going forward in both Creator Fundamentals and also People of Video is to get out and reach people beyond just YouTube. So it looks all pretty straightforward, easy to use. I'm actually going to make content about it over on YouTube because I do think that this is a much, once you get familiar with the process, a much cleaner way to do things. But People of Video, May 2nd and 3rd. I see a lot of people in the chat that actually have tickets. If you don't happen to have tickets, you can go to peopleofvideo.com and grab them. The speakers include Nick Nimmin, Brian G. Johnson, Tim Schmoyer, Roberto Blake, so many others. We're going to do a little test here. I am going to try and see if this works. And you guys got to let me know after this plays. Let me know if audio and everything sounds good, because we are going to try this for the first time and see exactly how that plays out. So let's see, which direction is that? Look over there and we'll see if this works. And definitely let me know if you can hear the audio for this video. Okay, that was my concern because see, I'm over here jamming to the music and you guys can't even hear it. So the next question will become whether or not that is an option. All right. So here is a big problem with Spectrum. If you can hear me, Spectrum. I don't know if it's because of the coronavirus or whatever it is, but internet has just been absolutely disappearing here recently. And in that case, the internet just dropped completely out from under me. Yeah, so we froze for a little while. It dropped the internet, and then we were able to come back. What actually happens is on my connection, I actually have faster internet, but it seems to lose that higher level signal. So we have like the regular Wi-Fi and then the 5G Wi-Fi, and the 5G disappears, and we're able to switch to the other Wi-Fi connection and still have internet, but it's not as fast. It's a really weird situation, but we have to pray that when we're actually doing this live for people of video, that is not going to be an issue. I also see that my laptop with my pretty background video also kicked the bucket in the middle of that. So that's another thing that we have to test out. The other thing that I need to test out, because we've had some challenges, is bringing on guests. So let's see here. Yep, now we're back. You're not the only one, Dan. A lot have been having issues last couple of days. Took D Niman 4 attempts the other day to go live. So I don't know if that was, let's see. It is interesting. I mean, obviously bandwidth and everything, there's a lot more people on the internet, and I'm curious, it'll be interesting to note whether or not it's 11 o'clock Eastern, whether people, as they start to get into their lunch breaks, are increasing the load on the actual available network that's out there. So that'll be something to consider. We'll be going live 8 a.m. Eastern on Saturday and Sunday. We're also going to have 2 or 3 more live streams during the day, depending on how everything works out. We may do a midday and then an evening live stream as well on both of those days, just to touch base with everybody, see how everybody's enjoying the conference, the presentations. So the presentations are all good to go. I've received them from our amazing cast of speakers. And let me just show you. Let me see if I can give me a moment, and we will try to show you what that platform is going to look like. In fact, I'll give you, let's see, people of video. We have a few more things to work on this screen, but I do want to show you. Let's see if I can share screen, and we'll share a window with you. So this is the actual People of Video Online. That's where the where it's actually going to be hosted. And for those of you who have tickets already, you would have already received an email with your username to log into this site. We are finalizing a couple little details to get it all straightened out prior to the weekend. But you'll see here you can view. There's a preview. My full presentation is actually available for free to anybody who wants to check that out at peopleofvideoonline.com. And definitely you can check that out, but it's still in preview. It'll be a couple days till we have it completely finalized. If you do want to get into the paid version of People of Video, I would go to peopleofvideo.com and grab a ticket there. At least today, and then we'll get all that ironed out. Is there anything for conference first timers who, though it's a virtual gathering? That is a fantastic question, because Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Cassandra Thompson is going to host a Network Naturally Zoom call for the People of Video attendees. So if you do have a ticket to People of Video, you'll get the details on getting in on that Zoom call. I'm going to be there. Some speakers will be there as well. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to learn how to network with other people, plus actually meet and interact with myself and other speakers to really understand, what it's like to try to network at a conference. A lot of content creators are introverts, and it's great to be able to make content online. But when you get into a room of people, it becomes a little bit more challenging to just go up and try to make those human connections, which of course is the purpose of People of Video. I do believe that human connections are ultimately your most lucrative investment in growing a brand and business online. And I want to encourage all of you to be able to do that. But like I said, because there are introverts out there, myself included, it helps if we understand how to make the most of our networking situations. And something that Cassandra does on a regular basis is help people to network naturally. So she's going to host that Zoom call, again, exclusive to people who are attendees of the People of Video. So you're going to get the 20 plus presentations from all of our speakers, and you're going to be able to have access to those Zoom networking calls as well. So definitely worth the price of admission. If you're not familiar with Cassandra Thompson, she is absolutely crushing it on YouTube and LinkedIn. So I definitely recommend that you come and hang out with myself and her and some speakers as well, plus some other attendees for the People of Video. If you're looking to find something that kind of allows you to ease into that whole process of networking and interacting with other people, because it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you've never done it before. Me personally, I'm not the kind of guy who just runs up to a crowd of people and starts introducing myself. And there's plenty of people out there like that. But it's important to know that you're not alone in that feeling, and that you can actually find ways to make that a little bit easier. What's appropriate, what isn't, what type of things to talk about when you do introduce yourself. How to kind of overcome that celebrity thing. If you see somebody that you've seen on YouTube and you run up and, oh my God, I'm a big fan, versus having something more thoughtful to talk about and be able to actually create a connection with that individual. So definitely looking forward to all that. Again, if you want to grab tickets, peopleofvideo.com is where you actually pick up tickets. We will, by the time the conference starts, you will be able to grab tickets directly on the platform where the videos are going to be shared. But there's a couple things that have been done, but you got to wait for them to kind of take effect. And that's why I do recommend that you go to peopleofvideo.com first, and not the other site just yet. But you want to know something funny? Just the reason that we do things like this and we have a live stream to kind of prep for everything. One of the branding elements, you have the ability to show. And let me show you one real quick and just remind you that one of the most important things to me, and one of the things that is just I'm so thankful for, is our actual sponsors. The title sponsor of People of Video is Prism Live Studio. That is free software that allows you to live stream from your mobile device. Even if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you can do that mobile live stream experience. Plus, you can also, they have all kinds of cool features that allow you to throw up cool animations and stuff while you're live. They have been absolutely awesome. It is the support of the sponsors that actually make People of Video possible. And the fact that all of the sponsors that we had agreements with are still with us here in the online event, and they were also with us with the physical event, just goes to show how awesome our sponsors are. But I do want to show you something. Also, in addition to Prism Live Studio, Soundstripe, TubeBuddy, and Uscreen are also sponsors of the event. And this is another great opportunity to show where the problem lies here, because the live bar, at least on my end, I don't know how you guys are seeing it, but the live count of people watching are covering up Soundstripe. And we don't want to do that when we actually go live for the event. So we'll make sure to fix that as well. But let me know in the upper left-hand corner, do you guys see both the live timer and also how many people are viewing? Because, hey, Rob, what's going on? I'd love to know that for presentation's sake. When we get this out, we don't want there to be any issues with that. So I am going to see if we can fire this bad boy back up. Laptop had a unexpected, let's see. We'll do that. And if you guys are wondering if you want to do something like this in your own studios, and this is the kind of stuff that I think is important that everybody should learn, and why going to conferences and learning from other creators who have already done a thing is certainly helpful to you. A lot of people ask me, about the screen in the background and how do I do it? And that's the kind of stuff that you can learn from somebody else. Yes, you can, Google it and do searches for YouTube videos and all of those things. But when you can go directly to the source and find somebody who has done something that you want to do, and we'll put that back up there, then it just saves you a bunch of time. So in this case, that's actually a television in the background. And what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the TV. That TV is actually connected via HDMI to a laptop, and which is connected to PowerPoint. And if we go to slideshow and we bring up that slide, now we have a background that we can change for whatever it is that we are doing in video. And, something like your background, this is something that I've been working on over time to make your background more interesting and just give a better presentation overall. And I can also see something else that I need to fix before we go live for People of Video and share tips and tricks is, if you see, and this is a pet peeve of mine, but when you have two really big dogs, I have a lab and a boxer. One of them ran into my camera yesterday, and I can see that People of Video in the background is slightly at an angle, and that's kind of irritating, and it's something that your eye kind of picks up on. Even if you don't notice that it's not level, it can kind of wear on you. So that's something else that I'm going to fix in the background to make sure we have an aesthetically pleasing background, and we're able to check all of all these things ahead of time. So again, went out and created this background using this is fake brick paneling, and then there's fake wood paneling. I got LEDs that I ran in the corners and behind the shelves. I built this shelf out of reclaimed pallet wood and black pipe. All these little things that you can kind of do over time to just add interest to what it is that you are doing. But I don't want to spend all day on here. Just wanted to hop on and let you know that we are going to be going live to these same platforms. So no matter where you caught us, you can find us on Twitter, on the YouTube channel for People of Video, Facebook. We're going to go live in the YouTube Simplified group, as well as my profile and also the People of Video page. But just wanted to spend a couple minutes with you, let you know that we're going to have an awesome People of Video on May 2nd and 3rd. And don't forget, for those of you who bought tickets, if you haven't bought tickets, peopleofvideo.com, but Friday night, 8 p.m., we are going to host a live Zoom call. It's not going to be broadcast, so you don't have to worry about being on a live stream. We're going to get together in a private Zoom call with other attendees, speakers, myself, and Cassandra's going to host that process and going to give you an opportunity to interact with other creators and speakers, ask questions, learn how the whole networking process works in a very low stress environment. So I encourage you to come hang out with us and join us at People of Video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who stopped in and shared your comments and helped me fix some things. And we got a little bit more work to do. We might even go live a couple more times before People of Video kicks off. But we're going to sign off for now. Thank you guys so much. Peopleofvideo.com. I hope to see you there.